sun. It's alright. Darling. Darling. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Here comes the sun. It's alright.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Say Hare Krishna if anybody's here, so I can tell. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna, Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radhe, 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 Krishna, Krishna Govinda, Krishna Govinda, Krishna Govinda, Krishna Govinda, Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, All right, let's feel a little jumpy here now while we got some internet here. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. So Lalita, I noticed the link is not going into the. Oh, there you are. Okay, you got the link now. Okay. All right, there you are. Yeah, it's not wasn't working in the regular thing, so I don't know why. Okay, let's chant a little bit together here, see where it goes. Hare Krishna. Turn your mics on.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Oops.
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
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 Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Rama Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama
Krishna
Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama
Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
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 Hare
Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare.
Radhe, 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 Radhe,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Radhe,
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 Radhe.
Radhe, Radha,
Radhika, Radhika.
oh Radha,
Radhika, Radhika.
Radha, Radha, Radha. Radha, Radha, Radha,
Radhika,
Radha, Radha, Radha,
Radhika.
Radhe, 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 Radhe,
Radhika, Radhika.
Radhe,
Radhika, Radhika.
Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, Radhe,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Radhe, Radhe,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Radhe, Radhe,
Ram
Radhe,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hari Ram, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Prabhu
Krishna Krishna,
Nityananda
Hare
Shri
Hare.
Advaita Gadadhar
Hare Ram,
Srivasadi
Ram,
Gaura
Rama
Bhaktavinda
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Nityananda
Hare,
Shri
Hare
Advaita
Rama
Nityananda
Rama, Hare
Gauranga
Krishna,
Gauranga Shri Advaita
Krishna Krishna.
Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga
Hare Rama,
Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Shri
Hare,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Shri
Hare Hare,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna 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 Chaitanya, Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Jai Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Ram, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Just a second, doing something here. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya
Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri. Come on, what's happening?
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. There we go. Just a moment. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Yes. Okay. Oh, you know what? You know, this thing kind of messes things up here. Just a second here. Uh, let's see here. Pause for 1 hour.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Okay, here we are. Yes. Okay. Chat. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. Boy, it's the name. The name. The name of the Lord, which is just like Lord Chaitanya said, the most feasible means of salvation in this age of Kali is chanting the holy name. But you need to be empowered, with it to really get the full benefit. Yeah, music, okay. Yeah, you need to be empowered to get the full benefit. That means you need to be with the devotees who have that empowerment. Otherwise, it's a long process. There's no reason, this preaching, that Narayan Raj was doing that many lifetimes before prema. It's almost like they don't understand the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and what he came to give. So why follow that path? I don't, follow the truth. The truth is this is Kali Yuga. The truth is the revelation of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here. Not only the revelation, the actual experience of the potency of chanting the holy name with prema is here. And the way it's always been distributed, just even from Jesus with the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit is this divine feeling, man, divine connection. The devotees of Jesus, they went from worshiping the Lord. I mean, this was those who took shelter of Jesus. They used to go to church just like people go to church now or go to the temples once a week, right? They go and they have their feasts. They were doing like that. Just irregularly, because there wasn't a lot of attraction until the divine feeling for this relationship with the Lord was awakened. See, that's the Bhakti Lata Beast. That's the Holy Spirit. It's been forgotten in Vaishnavism. And so therefore they teach that long path of you got to do it by your own strength. It's the path of works. It's by your works you're saved. It's bullshit, man. It's not really true. This is why the Christians gave it up when whoever understood the meaning of Jesus is coming here, the Savior. What does a Savior mean? They come and save you. They save you from material birth and death cycle. They take you and raise your vibration to another level. Why? Because they've been saved. How can you save others if you haven't been saved yourself? Yeah? What are the symptoms of being saved? You have the divine feeling inside, which is attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in our Vaishnava line. That's the real disciplic line. It's very simple. What is so hard to understand? It's very simple. You already see liberated people in here, which overturns the preaching of everyone. It overturns all these people. I'm telling you, honestly, frankly, everybody, you in ISKCON, you leaders, you followers, it overturns all of your preaching. The spirit that's here, it is indomitable. It is unconquerable. It has conquered us. The truth is with us. It lives with us, lives in us, lives as us. See? It overwhelms all other paths and all other truths. It's because within Krishna, it's just like in Vrindavan. Mother Yashoda looked in Krishna's mouth and saw everything. In those who are attached to Krishna's name, everything is in there. The essence of everything is in there. The essence of what is the relevant ultimate truth now is Lord Chaitanya's mercy, which is here now. Okay? All you need to do is have faith in this preaching more than these many lifetime preachings. It doesn't matter. Everybody should take to this because the Lord's mercy is here. We show it to you every day. The Lord shows it to you. He shows it to us and we show it to you. It's just like when Jesus said, first the Lord, then the servant. See, but this goes so fast that you see simultaneous oneness and difference. You see the Lord and the Lord's servant simultaneously. The Lord is this ecstatic devotion. There's no difference between the ecstatic devotion of a devotee and Lord Chaitanya. It's the same devotion, the same potency, same purity. Yeah. Otherwise, how are you going to? People don't even know what it is now. That Narayan Raj never showed it to you. Prabhupada used to hide it in his closet. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. All I know is with Prabhupada. Prabhupada had it. Bhakti, our real line has it. The other one, very doubtful. Very doubtful. And you should be filled with doubt about it because you don't see it in the conclusions and you don't see it ecstatically manifest. You should have doubt about it. This is intelligence. You should be doubtful what you don't see. This is why Lord Chaitanya and the devotees, when they saw devotional ecstasy, they said, wow, how fortunate we are to see this confidential truth about the Lord, his actual feelings. And they knew it was real because it was conclusive. Because what came out of the Lord's mouth, what comes out of the devotee's mouth is clean and pure and in the vision of the revealed scriptures. You can check what I say. It's all there. But you can't check with the wannabes. You can't check with the speculators. That's why you see they're on the outside of Vrindavan. Johann is on the outside of Vrindavan. He can't come in here. This is why Krishna took Kalya and took him outside of Vrindavan. Because when a person speculates and acts like a devotee, but they're not a real devotee, they poison you with the speculation. See? You get poisoned. That's why I was telling one devotee here who said, want to go outside of Vrindavan and listen. Yeah, well, that'll keep you outside. If you want to be in, you stay inside Vrindavan. Inside Vrindavan is being with the real devotees who know the real path in the vision, not those on the outside. That's why they're out there. You notice Kalya was attracted to Vrindavan, right? He came right into the river Yamuna. The river Yamuna is the mouth. It's the mouth of a devotee. Pure Hari Katha is supposed to come out of that mouth, but only with pure, ecstatic, loving worship will that happen. Okay? Otherwise, what comes out of the mouth of these speculators is poisoned. Harika. See, he's speaking Krishna, Krishna, Radhe, Radhe, Lalita, Lalita, right? See? But the energy is poisoned. He doesn't even know Guru Tattva now. Oh, thank you for the awakening, man. I'm on my way. See, Mayavad. See, it's identified already. See, he can't, isn't it funny? He can't identify this. He thinks that, there's no problem leaving a real guru. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, that's Mayavadi. You're bewildered now. See? That's why if you go and listen to him, the one who said they wanted to, you know who you are, you're going to get poisoned with that, and you will definitely be on the outside of Vrindavan. You'll be out there. So all I can do is say, stay inside the inner circle. Don't be tricked like Sita was tricked by the Brahmin. See, the Brahmin was Ravana. He was dressed as a Brahmin. There's so many Ravanas out there. Ravana is a Ravana is I gotta be a little quiet here. Ravana is inside is a demon, is not purified. See? And he acts like Brahmins, like gurus, like sannyasis. See? Like Johann, acting like a devotee, right? He acts, oh yeah, I'm a devotee. Radhe, 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 Radhe. But inside is impurity, is speculations, is aparad. So aparad means he doesn't care about you guys. He doesn't care about this family, right? He's doing his own thing. He's got his friends, right? He's got the. Lalita, do you like Shamaguri as your intimate friend? Would you consider no? But he's it's fine with me. Yeah. How about Madhusudana? Do you consider him an intimate friend? No. See. So birds of a feather flock together. They're out there. You don't want to go out there. Come on, man. Does anybody see? I'm trying to help your intelligence kick it in. And if you desire to do that, it's just because what I said yesterday. You served the hypocrites. You served them. You gave them money. You whatever you do, you listen to them. You listen to their lies. That's the Ravana on the outside. They're saying, "Oh yeah, I believe in astrologies, and I'm a devotee." Oh Lord Chaitanya, see that Sahaja thing. Oh Lord Chaitanya, see I'm a devotee like Gohar. Yeah, serve me. What's the result? Oh, I gotta hear from Johan. That's the result. You want that result? See, your feeling is now over there with the hypocrites. Very dangerous. So how do you overturn that? You serve the devotees here. Stay in the circle. Help the devotees here. Don't be helping those who are not purified, who don't even believe in the real Lord Chaitanya. Oh, Chaitanya, but I don't like to chant. Yeah, that's a Johan bullshit trip. I don't care whether it's in a male body or a female body. It's all bullshit, man. Be careful. Everybody's love is tested here. If you really love a devotee, you'll stay with them. If your love is, full of like mixes and all that, you're going to have a hard time, man. See, replying to Freddie, it is only to do with your desire to have relationship with God. They must feel that they are not connected, but they act like if they are. The Sahajas, not us. All those lies. Yeah, that's called contamination. Even you could say even in the ISKCON and all these devotees in the mass movements of religion, even in Vaishnava religion, it's a form of Sahajaism, because they think they know, right? They come here to the real experts. We know because of ecstatic worship, because of real ecstatic worship. We know the Lord is revealed. They won't listen to us because they think they're on a higher level. Therefore, they become gurus and teachers and saviors of their disciples, but which they can't do. It's all a game. It's all little children, who don't really know, don't have real knowledge. They don't worship the Lord like Bhagavad Gita 10:10. So how can they know? You come here, you'll get some intelligence. You hear the real truth. See, you're programmed with the truth instead of programmed with speculations of it. That's not strong enough to give you Vrindavan. All it does is hide the real Vrindavan. See, the Kalya is in Vrindavan, or Putana is in Vrindavan. She acts like a real devotee, but can she give you the real Krishna? No. She's contaminated. That's a Johan. Can't give you. He hides the real Krishna. He's not really a family. If he was part of the family, he would have real, sincere relationship. The same thing with coal. This is contamination. See? What is their chance? Somehow they listen to this and they're purified by either they'll get really angry at first. See, with Johan, you know what it'll be? It's a Mayavadi thing. I know this mentality. I've seen it. I've experienced it. You're like, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care about his preaching. See, it's indifference. It's called lukewarm. He doesn't hate this. Cole's in a better position. He'll go, like really get angry. But Johan, yeah, it's no big deal. I'll just go on and do my activities. That's Mayavadi. It's a very strong form. See, I was in Tiruvimalai, where all the Mayavadis go. Okay, this is where their dom, and I was over there doing bhakti. Everybody goes on a rooftop and listens to the Mayavadis. So I took a rooftop and I taught bhakti. Okay, I did that, and I was doing kirtan. I was I had a harmonium. I brought my harmonium around with me. I was traveling with it, and I'm sitting there doing kirtan and the Mayavadis, they were so indifferent. I said, give me a hater or something, man. But nothing. It was completely indifferent. They just walked by like I didn't even exist. Yeah. No, not exist. That's a Johann. That's that form. See? He doesn't care. It's like, he could leave here at any time. He even told Freddie, oh, actually, if it doesn't go well for me, I will just go, No problem. I had no problem leaving. See? That's your friends. They're not your real friend. They don't have any relationship. See? Nobody in the world does, because it's called Maya. There's all sorts of forms of Maya. And isn't it funny? The Lord helps us in identifying all these things because we have the real potency here. We have the real Bhaktilata Bij here that Narayan Raj couldn't identify, that the Radhakund Babajis that I met couldn't identify. All of them. Yeah. Only one I could say identified it is in our real line. Prabhupada, I know he knew. I could tell how he wrote, even though I didn't see him in a lot of, I saw some, yeah, this is some really good stuff. But I see how he writes. It's like I feel, I could see, the truth. They play a drama before the deities. I have seen that. They lie about their gurus and act like their gurus brought them back to God, but don't dare to ask them a question. They will not, out of their eyes, anger. Yeah, exactly. They don't they don't want to hear the truth. Yeah, so anyway, that's what we're dealing with in Kali Yuga. Isn't it amazing we got this going? This is a miracle here. How can this be preached like this? Only if we have the real shelter of the Lord. Really. I was chanting this morning and I think, my God, this is just getting better and better and better. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much that every day I can chant and just realize you're my shelter, man. Just to be able to pronounce your name and to have your shelter. This is my treasure. You're my treasure. Your name is my treasure. My God, and it just gets better. And I'm not perfect. I'm just an ordinary person in this world, trying to make a living. I don't even try hard. And everything works out so nicely just because of taking shelter of the name, like the devotees did in Vrindavan. The real path taught even by Prabhupada. He's always said, you got to follow in the footsteps of the gopis, following in the footsteps of the gopis. But he didn't really teach that outwardly. He said, oh yeah, do Varnashram Dharma, take sannyas, become a Brahmin, follow the rules and the regulations. But the deeper thing is follow in the footsteps of the gopis, which is simple. Take shelter of Krishna and his real devotees. If you take shelter of the real devotees who are before you in this world, you're going to get the shelter of the real Krishna. But if you take shelter of the false followers and the false devotees without the devotion, they could be devotees in their doties and preaching Radhe, 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 Chaitanya Nitai, 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 but they don't have the devotional relationship feeling. That's very pure and very purifying. That's why this works here. This is why we can preach in the midst of this. This is a ball of pus, this universe, full of all kinds of contaminations. Okay? But we're like untouched because of this worship. You see, the conclusions here are so clean and pristine that even these gurus can't understand it because they don't bend their knee to this preaching. But look at those who really do from their heart. They can understand it. Just like Jesus said in this prayer. This is one of the many good things that are still in the Bible, in the New Testament. You got to pick around and look for them, the jewels. And this is one jewel. Oh Lord, he prayed. He said, I don't have to pray this, but I will for the benefit of others and those who understand. Oh Lord, it is right that you keep the truth about you away from these people, puffed up Pharisees and all these wise persons in the world and all puffed up with the false ego, these rich people, these people who think they don't need God and all these insincere people. But you reveal these truths, the deep wisdom of God to the babes. That's you guys. You know who you are out there. You persons there, the Lord, who, if you're sincere and you know you're nothing, you're nothing special, you become special. The Lord makes you special, gives you a special task, a special message that can only come out of your mouth. Your word becomes a divine word that liberates people. Simply because you just take shelter with a pure heart. Blessed are the pure in heart. They're the ones who see God. What does that mean practically? You see God in his name. You feel God in his name. You get to experience the shelter of God in his name and in his truths, the real ones, not the fake ones preached by the speculators all over the place. Look at that, millions of speculators, millions in religion, millions of ISKCON devotees, all being taught by speculating gurus. See? All because they look good, right? They got the rubber stamp of a big organization. They're like the Pope, right? The Pope's, oh, he must be a in-between between an intercessor between my soul and God. Let me go to the Pope. That's what you're doing in these big mega religions here. Mega preachers with the big places and all of that. See, it's attractive to the neophytes. They think God is really opulent, so let's go to a big temple like Mayapur. Oh, and you notice the deities, Radha and Krishna and the 8 principal gopis? They're huge. You notice the Panchatattva, they're huge. The temple is huge and getting bigger. It's sinking, it's so heavy. They got huge deities, every huge external things. Because the beginners, the neophytes, are attracted by external opulences and can care nothing about internal bhakti. Here we have huge bhakti growing every day. And the world is not taught about the value of huge bhakti. Huge bhakti is better than a million these temples. Temples of opulences of gold, like in the pastime. You know, the pastime of Krishna in Mathura or Dwarka. You know, they were also kind of opulent, but they had an affection there. But there was a lot of opulence, and Krishna wanted to teach his devotees there about what's really valuable to him. So Rukmini had a very deep realization about Krishna and devotion. She really did, man. Very wonderful, very pure. You know, and the other wives didn't have such a deep thing. So Krishna said, I will give myself to those who have more equal wealth to my weight. So he put himself on one side of the scale. And so Balaram says, you know, he knew the truth, but he says, oh, okay, I'll take all the wealth in Dwarka and it's no problem. All this wealth that we have here in Dwarka, and we'll put it on the scale and it'll certainly lift Krishna up. Yeah? Yeah. So he took all the wealth, you know, all the gold and everything, put it on the scale, and Krishna didn't even didn't budge an inch. Then Rukmini got this realization. See, it's always the real devotees who get the proper understanding. And she says, I know what the wealth is. I know what the Lord's teaching here. So she took a tulsi leaf, see, and basically, you know, made a worshiping offering of that. You know, put some sandalwood on it and all this stuff. She said, and she offered it to Krishna on the scale. Put it on the scale. All of a sudden, see, she had big bhakti, man. That's the essence. The Lord is really attracted. If you're a neophyte and you're bewildered by opulences and all of that, you don't know the real heart of the Lord. The Lord heart. That's why it says, if one offers me in Bhagavad Gita, see these simple verses. If one offers me a leaf or a flower with love and devotion. I accept it. But who knows what that love and devotion is or how to get it? You think your love, that you know how many people tell me they love Krishna, but do they really? Do they have the realizations? You know how many, I'm sure you heard that, huh, Lalita? So many people say, oh, I love Krishna so much, right? Yeah. Sometimes they even say, I love Guru so much. Oh, I love him so much. Oh, yeah. Well, the Lord will test your love, man. Yeah. If it's really, really purified, then it'll pass the test. Eventually, maybe you'll balk for a little bit because, a lot of times we have some mixed love, and that's okay. The Lord will put it in the fire and fire it and burn all the impurities to where it's actually pure love of Krishna. Yeah. Okay. So that's it, man. That's the simple thing. And that pure love, it's so high. That's why you see Narayan Raj was preaching, oh, that is so high. And it really is. It is so high. He says, oh, and to get it, you got to follow, sadhana siddha. You got to get sadhana. Oh, he said, of course you need the mercy of a devotee like himself, right? Like, oh yeah, you need my mercy and all that. And here's my mercy. Lots of rules, lots of regulations, lots of hard work. You got to renounce the world first. First deserve, then desire. Forget about desiring first, which is actually the opposite preaching of this path. No, you come here, you'll get the desire. And Krishna, see, this is more truthful, more clear on teaching. You can, if you're not sincere, you won't be able to understand it, but it's very simple for the simple. Very clear. First desire, then the Lord will make you deserving. That's the whole problem. People don't know what to desire. They think, well, my guru told me to desire to be renounced, desire to be without material desires, to desire to be fasters, to follow rules, desire to be a Brahmin, to be a sannyasi, even to be guru, because they desired it, obviously. They taught me to desire by their role model that the highest goal of life is to be guru and to get followers and to get wealth and all that stuff. It's completely the opposite of the real preaching. If you got the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya, what's the preaching? The preaching is, hey, come to the devotees. This is the wisdom of God. You get here is the wisdom of God. What you get over there is the wisdom of man. I don't care how big a dhoti they're wearing, how opulent that's embroidered with their silks and all that stuff, and how many Rolex watches they have, or how many big temples they built, how many followers they have. Where's the big bhakti, man? Big bhakti means big realization, clear understanding of what is really important, not to you. Well, that's important too, if it's the right desire. What's important to the Lord. And that's called big bhakti, man. And the real process. That's why you see, chapter 1 always comes back to chapter 1 of Adi Lila, the glories of the bona fide spiritual master. They're the door to bhakti. In their mouth is the divine word. In their mouth is the birth of Krishna in you, if you listen to their word. Otherwise, it's delayed for many lifetimes by that preaching. He even told you it'll be many lifetimes if you follow his path and his word and his austerities and his path that he's followed. Be many lifetimes before you'll get prema. But yeah, of course. Thank you for telling me. I'd rather follow this path. I'd rather follow the real path. The path that Lord Chaitanya brought to this world, revived again now. Come on, there are devotees here who have prema. You get it from them and only them. They have a loaf of transcendental bread. They can give a piece of that loaf to you. Otherwise, you get no bread. Yeah. That's it, man. This is the simple path. It is so amazing. So, all, we can pray like Jesus. Oh Lord, how amazing it is. You give these truths to babes like us, to babes, to innocent people, just ordinary persons. And you hide it from these people who are attracted to the opulences, the opulences of God, and all the material wealth and big temples and big followings, big positions, like to have a Prabhupada position as an acharya. That's why you see why the Lord does it like this. He works through a carpenter. What was Jesus? That's why they didn't believe in him. He said, the Messiah is not going to come in as a carpenter. No, he's not going to come like that, but he did, huh? No, go Haridas. He doesn't have anything to say. No, the Lord's not going to come like that. He's going to come in a big temple with big deities and big gurus with big followings. He's not going to come as a simple guy with a T-shirt there. Why? See, the masses think like that. Why? Because they believe in that level. That's the beginners. But whoever the Lord attracts, you come here, you listen. It'll make sense to you. If your heart's been purified, probably in another lifetime. See, the seeds have been sown and they come here and they sprout up. That's why some people wonder, why is it some people come here and their bhakti sprouts so quick? Well, these seeds have been sowed in other generations and they're just coming here to sprout because this is the root from where the real Krishna grows. We prove it every day. Krishna manifests here every day. The love of God manifests here every day. It's just amazing, Yeah. The living bread, the living water, the living word, all expressions of the awakening. Yeah.
No, that's so true. The living bread is the word. The living word is the word. The living water is the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the real life. That's why Jesus said, this is the true vine, is the truth. See, the true vine, truth. The truth, no speculation. The essence of truth is only known to those who worship the Lord, like Bhagavad Gita 10:10. They have the real understanding. Listen to them. They have the real transcendental knowledge. Listen to them. That's spiritual master and guru. Ultimately, they have to prove it. Otherwise, you're only getting partial. That's why Prabhupada taught part. They taught part of the truth. They showed part of the truth. See? We're showing the full manifestation of Satchidananda. That's why it causes a war. The Lord, Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta and Bhaktivinoda were just preparing for war. They weren't making the war yet. No, this is the war. You see, this creates a war. Here, this is thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. See, this is the will of God, is to manifest Vrindavan. Prabhupada told me, has his full approval. I'm doing exactly what he wants. Do more of this. Krishna came, said it has the blessing. If you come here and believe in this preaching, bend the knee to this preaching, give respect to this preaching, you will see Krishna. You will feel Krishna. First, you will feel Krishna. Then you'll see how Krishna manifests in his word. It's not the vision you think, oh, see, everybody's trying to see. Well, look, where's the darshan of Krishna? Darshan of Krishna is very subtle. The Lord's form is not material. But when you love the Lord, he appears and you see how that appearance. You feel his appearance. You can sense his appearance with transcendentally awakened senses. See? Not thinking, I got to see that. You know how many people told me they saw the Lord, and they're bullshitters, man. One is that guru of Karuna, and I think it was Janardhan's. He told me he saw you, whatever you saw was bullshit because you're not even a Vaishnava anymore. You're Mayavadi and whatever else bullshit he does. He told me, personally, I remember, he said, oh yeah, I saw Krishna and he was like this and like this and like this. And then how he acts, what his disciples and what he did to, that's why they give me that, because he has the same name. They say I'm that guy, and a lot of times they know I'm not, but they use that guy just to discredit. That's the kind of Kali Yuga bullshitters we got in this world, man. There's no scruples. And they're in Vaishnavism, so many demons like that in Vaishnavism. They know I'm not that Gaurahari, but they go and they say, you see, he's that Gaurahari. And then the non-believers and the sinners still, the ones who believe their bullshit, these lies of the demons, believe them. See? Character assassination. This is a contaminated place, man. But those who come here sincerely will get the truth, man. You'll feel the truth. You'll get the spirit of devotion. You will know you are saved. And this is the only way. You have to be, we're here to teach how to be a resident Vrindavan. And when you find your real shelter is Krishna, and you know it and you feel it, and you always turn to the Lord to be saved, and you experience what that is, there you go. You got the relationship. And you'll feel, if you're not feeling part of this family, you're a bullshitter. You're a Johan, man. You're a Cole. You're somebody like that. That's the proof. You know, what did Jesus say? They will know you're my disciple by how much you love each other. In the real devotees. If you're part of this family, you're part of this family. This preaching may be tough sometimes because it's just truthful, but when you get purified, it's very lighthearted, everything. You'll see, you start laughing when I get mean. Literally, you see, behind it all is a big freaking joke, man. It's just a pastime of the Lord here. All of it. Don't tell me how are you going to get into the Leela Lord when he has these outbursts of being really mean and angry? Well, you don't read that in the Leela? That's where you got to get through Gaurahari Vyasas first, his anger and all that, to be purified. So that, how are you going to disturb his pastimes when he's there, teaching something in different moods? Oh, the Lord is always like, I had this one lady, Mayavadi lady, she says, oh, Jesus was always loving and everything. It's never like you, he's so loving and like this. Oh, he's just the airy-fairy Jesus. Oh yeah, what about turning over the tables? How about calling the Pharisees snakes and vipers? Hey man, how about your ISKCON devotee leaders there? How many snakes and vipers are in that group? So many. And they're all
They hang him. They crucified him because he was like you.
Yeah.
Because he acted like you. That's why they
He
crucified
told
him.
them the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you people believe in snakes and vipers. They believe in their opinion. Therefore, you become a snake and viper like them, who you believe in. That's why I told you. You got over here, be careful who you serve out there. You go and you serve the hypocrites, you'll desire to be amongst the hypocrites. And that means you're on the outside of Vrindavan. But I told you, even a retard or a mentally ill person or whatever, if you take shelter here and you stay in the circle, you will get Vrindavan. But you got to listen, man. You got to, if you're going through these things with pendulums, and astrologies and trying to figure out. Matter of fact, you know who you are. I want you to take that pendulum and now ask, is Gaurahari telling you the right thing? I want to know. You tell me what that pendulum says. I want to know. Just you take it out and ask, is Gaurahari right or wrong? Should you be serving that person outside the circle? You know who I'm talking about. You ask the pendulum that stuff, and then you give me the answer. And then I want to know, and then we'll discuss. You can give me a call, and we'll discuss this. Let's see, he didn't accept me as a disciple because I did not come and serve him directly. We were friends, We were friends on the internet. Okay. That's good. Watch who your friends are, man. You don't want people like that as your friends. They're not your real friends. Your real friends are real devotees who have this bhakti. If you want to go, I mean, you want to be a resident of Vrindavan? Or you want to be on the outside of Vrindavan? He's on the outside, keeping people out of the real Vrindavan. That's what they do. All paths are like that. Yeah. There's only two things in this world worthy to take shelter of. That's the real Vaishnavas, the real devotees, and the Vaishnava scriptures. That's in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it's so true. You'll hear the real Vaishnava essential teachings through a real Vaishnava if they're preaching it, if they have the order like we do. Otherwise, they might be preaching like Prabhupada or Bhakti Vinod. Here, take all the rules and everything, and we'll go in our room and experience the relationship. Therefore, you still don't know what love of God is. You've never seen it. That's why you see chapter 1 of Madhya Lila, the beginning. It says, in Chaitanya Bhagavat, the beginning of the Sankirtan movement was Lord Chaitanya showing his devotees what divine love actually is, what the divine relationship actually is, to show that he had it, and what it looked like to worship God in great ecstatic love that these Vaishnavas still don't know. Their gurus don't show it. The gurus don't have it. Prabhupada had it, but didn't show it much. Remember that pastime? You can see it on the internet. One devotee who passed away, him and one of his godbrothers got to go into Prabhupada's room. And Prabhupada just happened to be chanting in ecstasy, and tears were pouring out of his eyes like this. And they saw that. And because they had faith in Prabhupada, tears started to pour out of their eyes. It never happened before until they saw it. Oh, isn't that funny? That's just like when the devotees of Lord Chaitanya went in their room, his room, or whoever's room they were in. I think it was Srivasa's house. And they saw the Lord's tears in ecstasy when he said the name Krishna in ecstasy. And tears started to come to their eyes because they had faith in Lord Chaitanya. Okay? They were his friends. See, they're his followers. See, to those, Krishna said, to those, Bhagavad Gita, it's always the same preaching. That's why you got to become a disciple and a friend. A friend will become automatic. You got to become a disciple first. See, disciple and then a friend happens automatically. Don't try to become a friend of a spiritual master without being purified of that Mayavadi bullshit. That's a Johan. He thinks, and Cole. Hey, I remember Cole even said, thank you for your example, Cole, because it's good for instruction. After he started to get very angry because, the truth about the little donkey, came out and pulled out that verse, that little donkey set his heart on fire. Amazing, huh? Yeah, must be a lot of power in that donkey. See? And he said, what is this, Gohari? Hey, I didn't come here to be a disciple. I came here because I was ecstatic too. I thought you were my friend. We could be friends. And now you treat me like a disciple? Oh, that was only bullshit. Oh, Gohari, if I'm ever offensive, I'll come to Mexico. See the hypocrisy in that. And he doesn't even know. Johan doesn't know the hypocrisy in what they do. So you don't want to be believing in power. And the whole world is like that, full of this kind of hypocrisy. People in religion are full. God, 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 God. But they don't like the real God when he's shown through his real representative in the world. They don't like Satchidananda. They don't like this ecstasy, this pure ecstasy and pure conclusions that no one else can preach. Isn't it funny that we're the only ones? See, isn't it funny? All the verses actually work when God is really preaching through you. Then all of a sudden that sage, which is inside even an ordinary person with a t-shirt, the sage is Radha and Krishna themselves, or Lord Chaitanya. See? Then all the verses bloom. A great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion differs from everyone. Because most everyone is an illusion, especially these religious Vaishnavas. You notice Gohari's opinion differs from all of theirs. They don't believe in Lord. What does it say? Though chapter 8 of Adi Lila, those who do not believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva that we believe in wholeheartedly, believe that you can get prema in this life. They don't believe it. They preach, oh no, many lifetimes before that. All they are croaking frogs compared to this preaching. But people are so contaminated listening to croaking frogs, they can't tell the difference. Their hearts are so contaminated, they think, oh, croaking frogs, it's like drunks. You see drunks, they're like other drunks. It's smelly drunks in the street. They hang out with each other. Or Brahmins, they like to be around Brahmins, because they're Brahminical and they like to hang out with each other. But if a devotee being used by the transcendental potency of the transcendental supreme personality of Godhead is around, nobody practically wants to hang around with them unless they're drawn by the special mercy of the Lord. That was Jesus's preaching. The Lord will draw who he wants. And I say the same thing. All he did was go on preaching. All Gohari does is go on preaching these truths. And the people who are meant to be here and appreciate it will be here. Hey, you're in the right zone there. I'm starting to like Tom a little bit. You notice Tom's changing here. How can you not change? I mean, he's toughing it out, man. Thank you, Tom, for doing he's toughed it out. I know he's had his difficulties and his mentality, but he gets back on the horse. See, and inside his sincerity is getting pure. His heart's getting purified, getting more like that. You see, that's the sign. These kind of signs, you see. All of a sudden, this is a sign of being engrossed in the Hari Katha. You're like, and all of a sudden, it's like an hour seems like nothing. They post something and only one, everybody confirms it. You don't do that. They become furious. Yeah, right. If you don't do that, yeah. That's how you can tell. See, you notice everybody started giving Lalita a hard time. When she's preaching. You know why? Because she's got the real potency. That's how it is. Can you imagine? I was all her ecstatic and they laugh and all this beautiful stuff she says, and I was marveling at what people would say. You're a demon. You're a demon.
Yesterday, I received hate chats and unbelievable. You cannot believe.
You should say, "Hey, thank you, Lord." I'll tell you what Jesus told his disciples when they spit on you, when they throw up on you. When they hate you, when they do all manner of despicable things about you, you're preaching. Hey, your reward in the kingdom of Vrindavan is very great. Because that's how it is. Yeah. That's why a lot of you out there are afraid to do Facebook Live things because you're still not strong enough to face all of that. If you got this potency, man, they're going to throw it at you, everything but the kitchen sink.
I got it from my first video. I've always had Vaidhi reactions. They have always attacked me. Always. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. That's how it is. That's why you see, it says you're righteous if you believe in the truth of a savior that comes here, a real spiritual man. You're righteous. It's very righteous. You automatically, get a righteous, like demigod position automatically.
They don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
I want to explain, they do like this. They don't want to hear it. No,
No, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no, no.
no, no, no,
Don't
no,
tell
no,
me.
no, 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 no. They don't want to hear it. No, because that's a purification. See? And then confession, when you comes out of your mouth, you stand up for the name of your guru. Confession is unto salvation. But that's where you get crucified. They throw stuff at you, and you might go, "Oh, they don't like me." And you got to go through it. And when you do, then you get strong, because whatever doesn't kill you or kill your bhakti, you become an antidote. See? That's what it was. This is my journey, man. I've been knocked on my ass many times, man. I've been knocked on my ass by Narayan Raj, by these Radhakund Babajis. I've been poisoned and everything. Just like, it's kind of like the Prahlad story. Everybody's, what they've done, you all must do. We all must do it. You think that poisoning was physical? No, it's being poisoned by so-called gurus and so-called people there. You poison, you believe in them, and they knock you on your ass. You're weakened and all of that. But when you keep getting up and you don't die, your bhakti isn't killed for this whole lifetime. You keep getting up, like Tom's getting up. See, you're getting up. Then you win the prize in this lifetime. Some of you won't have to go through so much of this, especially now. That's why you get one person that's overcome all this bullshit in this world, this Maya, in that way. And they really strongly connect with the Supreme Lord. Like this, it makes it so much easier. That's why you guys, anybody with good sense, if you come here, it's going to be so much easier. This cuts down the many lifetime path that you've been preached by Narayan Raj down to even this lifetime. You can get this. Look at Lalita. Look at Govinda. Look at others. Yeah. Anyway, this is war. This is World War IV now. They got World War III going. That's the demons and the demigods are tough fighting it out, and we got the World War IV. We're fighting them all. We have to battle all the modes, right? They're just in the modes fighting, and we're outside of the modes fighting all the modes, man. For those who want to get in, they see that once the door is open now, the door is this preaching, the door is this ecstatic worship, and the pure preaching that comes from it. The door is opened. We're keeping it open while this preaching is here. But once it's gone, boom, the door shuts. Who knows how long? Maybe we'll keep it open. Look what Lord Chaitanya, he kept it open for maybe another 100 years. And then, boom, shut for about 300 years, 250 years. And then it just started to open a little bit, see, since Bhakti Vinod for the masses. See, and now it's wide open, man. You think we're holding back anything here? That's why people we here to set the world on fire, like Hanuman. He went into the kingdom of Ravana. He went and set that place on fire, man. Burned it down. We're burning down all the bridges, man. Burning down Maya. Burning down the mode of goodness. As if you thought mode of goodness is topmost, Brahman is topmost, sannyasi is topmost. No, we burn it down, man, because that's not purified. Look at we have the fire. The fire is the truth. Fire is daksha wasn't pure enough. You Brahmins are not pure enough because daksha wasn't pure enough. Shiva, who was a guy that didn't look like anything. He was hanging around low-class people. That's a real savior, man. They have the power to do that. Nityananda was hanging around low-class people. He delivered low-class people simply if they believed in him. If you were a high-class person and you believed in Nityananda, you were delivered easily. If you were low class and believed him, you were also delivered. Same thing with Jesus. Look at the tax collector, despicable guy. We all know tax collectors are despicable because they serve a despicable government. We all know that. If you don't, you're a stupid idiot. And Jesus, he liked, simply because he liked Jesus and he followed Jesus. See? He became a saint. See? And all these big Pharisees, puffed up Pharisees, these snakes and vipers were not purified. And people believe in them. That's called religion. Look how many Vaishnava religion people, followers are. They're all still believing in those Pharisees of nowadays. See, the contemporary Pharisees are all those gurus in ISKCON. This ain't bullshit, man. Come on, man, wake up. What are you, idiots or something? Wake up.
Don't offend them. Don't offend them.
Yeah, don't offend. One guy's, you don't offend. They said one guy, was preaching about the glories of Prabhupada, and against the gurus. And so anyway, he died. I just came. He died in 2021. I just got his thing, And one lady says, "Oh well, he committed many offensive to these devotees and these gurus, And I said, what devotee? Show me one real devotee. Where's he? No, he only offended false fucking egos. That's what he offended. Let me say it again, though, you guys who are not to be here. False fucking egos. That's it. That's all that was offended.
Master projectors.
You believe in false egos as your God. That's what you get, as a false ego God. That's your God, man. These fuckers out there, man, who fuck you ultimately. You're fucked. Remember, that word is many uses. It could be, you come here, it's going to be fucking good, man. It's going to be fucking good for you. You go out there, you're going to get fucked. Oh, yeah. It's GTFOH. You're going to get, okay, yeah, I'll be nice. GTFOH. GTFOH. You're going to get GTFOH out there. You come here, you're going to get, it's going to be GTFOH, man. It doesn't have the same ring. Yeah. See, people, they say, oh, that's, oh, Gohari, that is so offensive. Oh, really? Why is that the Bhagavatam? I like to preach the Bhagavatam. You are getting fucked by Daksha, who is heavenly planets, man. Demigod, mode of goodness, much better than any of these gurus out there in ISKCON or any of these groups. Much better. But people, these demigods who believed in his preaching, were getting fucked. Up the backside. Getting hemorrhoids because of that. Really? I mean, to put it graphically, it gets your attention, huh? Get your attention. See, this is Daksha. I love Daksha stories and Shivas, See, Daksha was screwing the demigods. Why? Because they believed that Daksha was a pure devotee, like you guys out there in religion believe that these guys who are fasters, if they are, and they could be, they're mixed, maybe there's a couple of sincere ones who fast and follow the rules, but there are a lot of insincere ones who are just playing with you, man, and fucking you, and so that's what's going on. That was Daksha was much better than that, and still he had envy and jealousy towards who? The pure devotee, the real one, the one who looked like a nothing. Isn't it funny? How come they always usually look like a nothing? Like Shiva, he didn't take a bath, just kind of natural. Yeah, and so Daksha stood up to Shiva stood up to Daksha. This is our Bhagavatam, man. Listen to the story and learn. He stood up. How did he stand up? By not getting up. He said, I'm not going to give respect to this false ego out here walking around. This person, this soul that identifies with the false ego, and all these millions of followers. Isn't it funny? All the masses follow the false egos. Okay, we're back. See, they follow the false egos. That's what the masses do. And so Daksha represents that. Why do we hear, oh, they're just bedtime stories. Oh, you're not supposed to believe them. You're not supposed to understand them. Just read them to your children so they fall asleep. You know, and oh yeah, Daksha did this and Shiva did that. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Let's go to bed now. You never got out of bed. You're still asleep, my friends. You're still sleeping. Oh, don't come here because we'll wake you up with the truth of the Bhagavatam, man. Yeah, you don't like that, huh? No. Just find out to dash your dreams that you've been worshiping bullshitters like Daksha, in the mode of goodness even. And a lot of you in this Kali Yuga, a lot of your gurus are worse. They're not Dakshas. They're more like mode of ignorance, man. Mode of passion. Tricky dicks. Tricky dick. You're being dicked. They're dicking you, man. That's Kali Yuga. They're not even as good as Daksha, man. So anyway, people believe in that and they remain contaminated by that. See, but anyway, you come here, you hear the real Bhagavatam. Shiva had a pure heart. Therefore, that's why you see Shiva, his activities, he would dance and chant like a madman, laughing and crying. Oh, isn't that funny? Laughing and crying. Oh, who did that, my friends? That sounds like a Lord Chaitanya. You know who Shiva was in the incarnation with Lord Chaitanya? Advaitacharya, who laughed and cried also. Oh, because his nature. He always was like that. See? So Daksha didn't stand up or Shiva didn't stand up for Daksha. See, he didn't stand up and give him respect. All the demigods went against him. Said, oh, what is this? See, so Shiva sparked the fight to purify, to bring the truth down, the higher truth down that was not known to the demigods or Daksha. They didn't understand the transcendental potency. So Shiva said, oh, let me show them. Let me teach them. Oh, isn't it funny? Oh, Haridas in 2023 is doing a Daksha trip and a Shiva thing. Isn't that funny? He's not standing up for these gurus, who everybody else is standing up for and bowing down to. He's not bowing down to these gurus. Why is that? Maybe he wants to teach them a lesson. Maybe Lord Chaitanya wants to teach them a lesson. See? Why? Well, because otherwise you're not going to be, it'll be a mini lifetime trip before you're delivered. Here we cut down the time. Just like when Daksha, he became a real devotee with a goat head. All you guys have to do is manifest the goat head, man. You so-called gurus, put that goat head on and realize you are a stupid fool. And you've been very foolish for becoming a spiritual master and pretending you can deliver your disciples, and for taking obeisances and everything, which only gave you a big false ego like Daksha. All those worshipers. Okay? So Gohari, like Shiva, didn't stand up and bow down to Daksha. Gohari doesn't stand up or bow down to these bullshitters and these liars and deceptors and all of that. These people in ignorance, even though they pretend that they're your saviors. Gohari doesn't stand up, not even for one of them, not even for Narayan Maharaj. No, he doesn't. Gore, you're going to fall down because of that. Oh yeah, well, why does my chanting get more ecstatic every day? I guess the Lord must be pleased with this. He must be pleased that we take the trouble to liberate his fallen devotees, even the gurus, if it's possible. Isn't it funny? It's the Bhagavatam in life, man. They're living, isn't this the same as the story of Shiva versus Daksha? Or was it the transcendental potency versus the mode of goodness of Daksha? Or mode of passion? Or mode of ignorance? Isn't that the same thing? What does that mean? You're getting the real Bhagavatam that Bhakti Vinod said is usually hidden by the real acharyas, and they keep it for themselves. We're giving it to the world, therefore the world gets delivered. Jesus, he ascertained the essence of the scriptures. He didn't just keep it for himself. He told people some things. And he still kept a little back. But he told more confidential things. He didn't just keep it for himself. That's why we worship Jesus. Still, because we worship what came from his mouth, if you can find some of the good stuff. Which you can, I do all the time. See? So the deliverers who deliver you, they're the ones who last. They're the ones who, you see, the Prahlad's, didn't he preach deep truth? But also he was holding back too. He, probably didn't show a lot of ecstasy, even though it's in the Bhagavatam. You could see he was a laugher and a crier. Isn't it funny? All the deliverers are always laughers and criers, but purely, they're not like the imitator types over there.
Even in the Christian churches, many saints are built with tears in the eyes.
Yeah.
They are showed like that.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of pictures of ecstatic devotees actually with the tears and all. I did a search, and you have to sometimes you find some of these pictures sometimes or statues of. There's only one statue that I saw. There might be some others, but one where there's a lady has that ecstatic countenance, a saint, looking up like that. That's the nature. The way all the devotees do that. If you're really, like this, you're in that mood.
Surrendered to the Buddhas. Yeah. Only pictures of Chaitanya with tears.
Yeah. And you can tell that. Yeah, you can tell the fake ones, like Radhanath would go like this and act like Lord Chaitanya. I don't know, what is this, man? This bullshit stuff.
I hear it on the laughter. I hear it.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah. Only the devotees. That's why if you can, now that you have opened my eyes, I will see that goathead is written on their foreheads. Yeah, it's there, but they don't see it. See, they act like a goat head. And I tell you, I was listening when I listened to the Narayan Raj realizations of his devotees, even especially, it's like goat head stuff. Like they're not very smart. They're like less intelligent. So that shows me, if you've got the real boon of your guru, the real boon, you're going to be conclusive and you're going to be ecstatic, real ecstatic and conclusive. But that I don't see anywhere. I didn't see in that group. They give me goat head conclusions, like not realized. This speculative. Like that one guy, that Uttama Sloka guy, he wrote this, he copy pasted this Raganuga book. See, Raganuga book. And then he puts his own purports peppered in there. Terrible, horrible, unrealized. This is goat head. He's not an authority. He hates my preaching. He hates this ecstasy. And he writes a book on it. That's really goathead, isn't it? Only goats are like that. Goats are stupid. They're not very smart. That's why that analogy of Daksha with the goat head. And Daksha knew that. When he was resurrected, he realized, I'm just a goat head. Shiva, see, that's when you're getting purified. You leave the false ego behind. You know what the false ego is? It's all about me. Me. I'm important. See, Daksha, I'm important, all that. He realized, no. I'm just a fool. I'm Haridas. I'm just a fool. I'm just nothing. Krishna Daskar, I'm just a fool. The Lord makes me dance. Like that kind of thing. They remain with the goat head. See, the fool. They display I'm just a fool, like this. Okay? That's what Daksha, see, I'm just a fool. I'm just a goat head. Look at, but that goat head had intelligence. You know why? Oh, Shiva, he's a pure devotee. He has realized God. He's a higher position than me in the mode of goodness. I was in my false prestige and all that. See, he overcame. He became aware. He became aware that he was under the influence of the false ego. And Shiva, by his activities, liberated him. Just like here. What do you think the result? Who preaches like this? This is so Shiva-like, isn't it? Who preaches the Bhagavatam? Again, revived, alive, not keeping it inside, just bringing it out to life, bringing the story to life. It's a living book. What do you think they talk about? Are you in the book of life? They think, where's the book of life? In the astral plane or something? No, it's here. Are you in the book of life? Are you living the truth? Are you, thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan? Are you getting Vrindavan revelations? Vrindavan ecstasy? In this world? Manifesting it here like Lord Chaitanya did, like Nityananda did? Yeah. Did you get that order that Nityananda got? Lord Chaitanya says, if you don't act a little more wild in this world, how can we accomplish our mission of distributing ecstatic devotion? I got the same order. Go Hari, if you don't act a little more wild in this world, how can you participate in accomplishing the mission that Lord Chaitanya came to bring 550 years ago of distributing this mercy? Well, I can see. I could have continued to keep it within myself. I was reading in ecstasy, the Chaitanya Bhagavat, and chanting in ecstasy. I was very happy. Just being close to God like this. But is that the mission of Lord Chaitanya? No, that's why the Lord started to get this out to the world. I love it, man. I'm so happy to not just to keep it for myself. It's like, hey, man, this is juicy, man, to go and preach. To preach this to the world. Am I still coming through there, Lilita? Because you're frozen. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, to preach this to the world. This is why the Lord comes here, because it's juicy, it's wonderful to do the pastimes of liberating other living entities. Look, we've already liberated so many here in this Sangha. More are going to come. Why not? This is a juicy place to be. Where do you hear this kind of preaching? Where do you see this kind of true ecstasy? That stuff you read about in the scriptures. Come on, man. You just got to go through. See, Tom, now you're an example. You become an example. You're toughing it out. Lalita toughed it out. Govinda toughed it out. Freddie's toughing it out. You see? And you just make advancement automatically just by toughing it out. You get knocked down by your own anarthas, and you just get back up, or Evo. You get knocked down, you just get back up. Just follow the order. That you hear here. No one preaches like you. You are the Gohari, Srila Gohari Das Avadut Maharaj. Yeah, don't forget the Avadut. It's very Avadutish here, isn't it? Very Avadutish. The world needs an Avadutish preaching now. It really does. You know what? Bhakti Vinod said, you got to meet the uncommon preceptor. So everybody, you can just ask yourself the question, is Gaur Hari Das an uncommon teacher? The Acharya says that. In some lifetime, you have to meet the uncommon teacher. Preceptor means teacher or guru or spiritual master. Uncommon.
But the most normal one and the most attractive one.
Like River Yamuna Didi said, you cannot unsee it. Yeah. Wonder what she's doing nowadays. What is she doing up there in the unseen? I bet she's in Vrindavan. Why don't you come and give somebody a dream, a real dream, not a fake one. Yeah. Oh, we didn't even read anything, did we? I just kind of went on a tangent. I just went mad for a while, just mad hatting it. Mad Hatter. Gaur Hari's a Mad Hatter. Where's my hat? Yeah, no, last night the electricity went out, there was a big party here and all that noise and that. And then the electricity went out. And I thought, oh, great, the party will stop. It didn't stop. They're used to this, And it went out all night. It was all night, it was out. No internet, nothing. And then at 5 o'clock in the morning, it went boop. I was prepared. I was sitting here chanting. I don't know about you guys, but I was sitting here. I was already chanting. At 4:30, I started chanting, man. I don't care.
Come back, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. No, I am sure, Freddy, that Krishna wants us to come back. That's why he's begging us for this relationship. He's really waiting for us. That's why he came as Chaitanya. That's one of the reasons, to give us the mercy, to make it more easy for us to come back. Otherwise, it will never work. He has seen it won't work if I don't give them love for God, because they cannot develop it by themselves. It's not possible. He wants us to come back. He really wants that. That's why Prabhupada has been sent to the West. This whole revelation of the Lord and made Bhaktisiddhanta sent Prabhupada to the West. And that's why Prabhupada gave the order to Srila Gaura Haridas. It's time now. It's time to go back to Godhead. Krishna controls this situation. It's very, very clear. Otherwise, we wouldn't become in ecstasy. This wouldn't work. It's because of a revelation of Krishna. He really wants this. That's what I experienced. That's what I really and I'm really filled up with ecstasy now by saying that. So I'm very sure. Yeah, it's not just by accident that this happened. No, not at all. And Krishna really is, you're really making him happy by having a relationship with him, not by building temples. Otherwise, they would all have the reward. They would all receive from Krishna a big thank you so much for building that temple. They would all laugh and cry from happiness. But it's not what's going on. So no, this is really the revival of Chaitanya. We are getting another chance to go back. Yeah, another chance because it didn't work before. He determines the proper time. Krishna is the time. Absolutely, he is the time. Yeah. Okay, let's chant a little bit because before Guru Maharaj comes back. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, glory to Srila Gaura Haridas. Maharaj Acharya Avadut Sharaki. Bhakti Vedanta Paramahamsa Srila Gaura Haridas Maharaj Acharya Avadut. Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prestaya Bhutale, Srimati, Bhaktivedanta Paramahamsa, Sri Ragora Haridas, Maharaj, Acharya, Avadut, Itinamine, Namaste. Srila Prabhupada Devi. Jesus Christ. Gauravani Pracharine. Nirvishesha. Suyavani. Pasachate Jatarine. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Gadadara, Srivas, Adhigora Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya, Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadara, Srivas, Adhigora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Do you think Guru Maharaj should come back? Would still come back? Otherwise, I leave here and then it's the end of the video. It's 2 hours, I don't know. Hare Krishna. What do you think, guys? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Freddie says the majority of conditioned souls will not take shelter of this mission, although this special mercy is available because they don't know that it's available. First of all, that's why we need to propagate it. Secondly, they don't know what mercy is. That's first of all. They don't know what it is. People in Kali Yuga are too much absorbed in material sense gratification. Absolutely. As soon you start to talk about God, many of them want you to stop. Yeah. People don't want you to talk about God. The Vaidhis also don't want you to talk about God. They don't want you to talk about the real God. They want you to stop. Yeah, that's the conditioning that's there, all those anarthas. The absolute concept of time is impersonal philosophy. Krishna cares intensely about our well being. He is constantly sending incarnations to the material world to rescue the fallen souls. Absolutely, absolutely. To rescue because he has the desire to rescue us. He wants us with him. He's non indifferent to our being here, hour on 1,000 lives. Absolutely. You have no idea how happy Krishna is when I chant in ecstasy. He knows she's back. I have her back. He will be happy with all of you to have you back. You're making him happy. You're pleasing him. That's making him happy. Yeah. More than he was. We control the Lord. We are controlling him. We are capable to do that by the mercy of Srimati Radharani, who teaches us how to be a devotee, how to approach him, how to cook for him, how to dress up for him. So, yeah, to please him, going back and going towards him is pleasing him. Yeah. Krishna cares intensely about our well-being. Absolutely, absolutely. You can feel that when the more you develop your bhakti, the more you feel that embrace that he is actually waiting for you. He's really waiting for you. Ah, you're there. We are together. Please come back. Yeah. Okay. The sooner the better. So all stay closer, guys. I'm going to leave you because I don't think Guru Maharaj will come back. I'm going out of the stream now. And a little bit later I will go live myself. Enjoy your Sunday, your last day of the year, and have a new start. And I wish everybody so much ecstasy, drowning in ecstasy. Hare Krishna. See you later. Bye bye. Bye bye.